At Aprendamos, when we started with one program of one set of services. We've enhanced the programs and the services we provide to fit the needs of the families that we service.
We provide early intervention, family service coordination, physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, social work, family therapy also, and developmental specialist services.
I've seen cases where you have a kiddo who started with Aprendamos as a 2-year-old. Then as they got older, they went into Esperanza. Then they got their autism diagnosis, so they were receiving Esperanza and Mariposa. And then mom was also really stressed out, so she wanted Alegria services. So we have like all these wonderful services under one roof.
Those first 3 years of development are so critical and important, and they're shaped by the relationships, those secure caregivers. And our job at Aprendamos is to help support those amazing caregivers that are already doing great work. And so I think investing in those babies, we're going to see these amazing results in the next 10, 15 years, or even 20 years. We're going to have a strong workforce in our community.
Maybe what we define as success is just being able to reach the family where they're at and to honor what they're already doing with their child. I think that's a huge success.
The list goes on of what they do for her that just, it's very just arm opening and just welcoming, and the staff here is great too.
We became foster parents a few years ago, and when we got our current placement that we've had for about 18 months, one of them was getting some services from Aprendamos. And I was so surprised and so amazed at the team that came around these 2 boys that were in pretty bad shape when they came in. And I'm so thankful for the people and the professionals that come in and help me, because the parent side's really hard. And the way that they came in and they were there for me and not just my kids. And some days I just cried. Some days they would come in and I would just cry, and they would be there for me.
We love our families we provide services to, and there's a diversity of cultures, and it's just a family here. So
14 years later, we have more than 200 employees servicing babies and families and toddlers and children and young adults now, because we have 6 programs. And so I attribute that amazing success to not to me, but I attribute it to the amazing staff. And my dream in 5 years would to start our own 501c3, our own foundation, in order to help support maybe families with autism, help support maybe one other area that I'm interested in is how do we create these role models for our youth. Las Cruces is a very giving community. I mean, on top of the beautiful and meaningful and intentional relationships we have in this community, it's a giving community when it comes to fundraising. We recently established 2 scholarships through the College of Education. 1 scholarship for anybody going into early childhood. Monica and myself established that scholarship, that endowment at New Mexico State University. And then Aprendamos established another scholarship for anybody going into speech-language pathology.
I feel so much pride and joy coming to work every day. I am proud to know that I am part of this organization that services children and families, and that my contribution allows for change.
In my interactions here in the community, there's not one week that goes by where I don't meet somebody that our organization has touched.